Alright, I'm going to go over what I have. I'm going to just first open up this window here. Alright, under data here, this little narrator stuff. So yeah, you can see I have 3 assets here. I have my options. So this is a screenplay for my options. So like your menus. Okay. Then I have my Baba. I put a prefix for her namespace just to organize the text better. And we're actually going to try something here. So I need to get Baba's text in here, her name. So we're just gonna do something like this. Baba state. We'll just never. Let's see what I'm doing. So Baba. Alright. So if I click simulator, it's still going to start here. Actually, we can just do Baba never. Just name, whatever, just name. Anyway, save. It's going to start here still. It's just not going to run this section. So we have text in for her name now. I just wanted to see if this works. It should work. Then I have my localization asset. I'm going to start from scratch. So I have it here. Before there was 2 localization assets. There was the master that you set the cultures in, and then each of them had a array of assets for like text sets and whatnot. I didn't do that anymore. So just one master asset. I'm just gonna start from scratch for this demonstration. So open this up, and you're gonna see you have these new windows here, new editor. So you have your cultures down here, and you have your texts up here. So I'm gonna have to add some cultures. I'm adding 3. I'm going to double click here on this first one, right under this column. It says as native language. Call it English, French, Japanese, Russian. You can capitalize these if you want. Whatever. Put in the translation codes FR, JA, RU, and I'm going to click save. You're going to see right here under the text section, these 2 boxes are filters. So now it's this tab is gotten all the languages, the cultures. So now you have to add your namespace. So our 2 namespaces were character.baba. Sorry, you have to click add here, then click on new. So character.baba, then add again. Sometimes when you save or click a button, when you click this, it's going to say null. Just ignore that and just click a new one here. So one of the elements, this one was options. So click save, and you're going to see here is our options. Our namespace, our namespace filter. So now that we have our cultures and our namespaces that we want to use, I'm going to click scan, and it's going to get these texts for you. So not sure if you remember before there was a button here to send this to an asset. Now the actual asset scans all the screenplay assets and looks for these namespaces and then adds in these texts. So here's our default culture. So the translation will be whatever the source is. And you have your French. Like I said, sometimes it says no. This is a bug. Japanese, Russian, and then you have your namespaces. So options. Here's our options. So I'm going to go back to Baba. Then I'm going to click translate. Nothing's going to work for that because it's the default native language. and click French. I'm going to click translate. So you can see it translated the text. So this is Baba. I don't know if that's right. You can just, like I said, you're doing the translation for French, so you just do what you want. Anyway, so you can fix it up with that. Anyway, so you have your thing here. It will tell you, it will mark it if it's auto translated. So if I set this, if I change this, it's unmarked. And let's say I save there. So let's say you have your text set already and you click translate. It's not going to get overwritten. So if you have some new text that were loaded in, but if it's nothing, you click translate. So it's either empty, or if you click save, then it gets set to none. And you click translate, and it will retranslate it for you. So, and you're going to notice that it did not translate the options. It only translates what's not being filtered out. So translate. The Google Translate can only do so much text anyway at a time, so it'll pretty much be impossible to translate everything at once. So let's go back to Baba. I'm just going to translate all these. This one's already done. Japanese. Alright. There's Baba's name in Japanese. Russian. Translate. That's if you want to do names for different cultures, but you kind of have to, right? The one limitation here is variables don't get translated. So here. Anyway, so we have this all set up. Let's say so the scanning is smart. So let's say I add in some new text here. I click rescan. You're gonna see, oh, it's added, but then I delete it. You see now it's gone. So anytime you make changes to anything, you can come back here and scan, and it will add and remove the text depending if you're still using it or not. And if you remove or add a culture, you can click scan and it will remove or add the text for that culture too. So we're done with this. I'm just going to delete this asset. We don't need any more. That was just for demonstration. I have my own here. Alright. So I'm just going to get rid of that. And in blueprints, I'm just going to set this back to nothing. So it's a default. So it should be English. So here's the English. Okay. And then French. What's her name? French. Odd. Anyway, as you can see, this variable here is still not translated. Like I said, variables don't have a way to be localized or anyway at the moment. And like I said, for the French text, I know why that says that. I'm dumb. So where's Baba? I'm gonna click scan to update it. And just remember, I switch assets. So I'll just go click French translate. Okay. I was just testing it earlier. Okay. So Baba is translate there. Now it's got added in. Alright. So like I said, for the weird thing, like you're gonna do it by hand anyway, the translations, but for French, for some reason, you get this weird things like this. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that. So there, her name is now translated. So now you're going to do Japanese. You see there's a Japanese version, and then you see the text is working fine. It's using composite font. Oops. Now I'm going to do Russian. So, yep, that's what I got. Let me know what you think.